Howdy folks, welcome back to the You Want Pizzazz channel. Today we're going to be creating this paper cutout Happy Holidays card in Photoshop. Go ahead and open up Photoshop. Before we get started, I want you to download the assets in the description below, and it should look something like this. I have a holiday card assets. I'm just going to put it right here so that we can see it just on the edge of our screen here. And I actually have a Photoshop file here already if you want. You're also welcome to use this free PNG if you'd like. I'm going to teach you how to create this from scratch. I'm going to just open up my assets here and adjust the screen accordingly. All right, so we're going to start off by creating a new file. I think I'm going to go with 2000 by 2000. White background is fine, and I'm going to press create. So we're going to start off by creating our pattern background, and it is just an image. I'm going to just drag my white paper texture onto here, and then you can just click and drag to just rearrange it until you are happy with how it looks. Press the little check mark here. You might decide to play with the blending modes here. I think all I'm going to do is just adjust the opacity here. Cool, so now what I want you to do is drag our little winter palette here. These are the colors that I have in my original design. You're welcome to tweak it. You're welcome to use whatever colors you want, but if you want to use my colors, they are here for you. So we're gonna go and create a new layer here. And then hovering over our selection tool, if you hold down, you'll see that there are some more options here. I'm gonna click elliptical marquee tool. And then what we're gonna do is create a selection. And if you wanna make a perfect circle, all you have to do is hold down Shift and then click and drag just like that. Perfect. Okay, now let's use our color picker tool to pick that dark blue. And then we're gonna just fill her up just like that. To deselect, I'm gonna hit Command D. For PC users, that is Control D. If we want to just center this circle in the middle, we can just hit Command T to activate the transform tools. For PC users, that is Control T, and then just click and drag, and then it should magnetize to the center here. Just like that. We're gonna start creating the layers. So we're gonna create 3 hill forms, add our deer, and then add our snowflakes. We'll do all of the drop shadows later, but let's just start off by arranging it however we want it to look. I'm gonna drag a hill PNG in. Something like that. We're also going to clip these layers to the circle, but after we arrange it. And we can actually change this color by double clicking the hill and then going to color overlay. Make sure it is set to normal. And I'm just going to select this next blue color. Just like that. Now we can duplicate this layer, or we can just keep dragging the layers in, whatever you want to do. Bring this underneath the first layer, and then I'm gonna do a little flip here. I think it's edit, transform, flip horizontal, perfect. And then Command T to rearrange. Okay, again, we're gonna double click the hill layer, color overlay, and then just change it to the next blue. I'm gonna drag another hill layer in, rearrange it. I'm gonna double click it, color overlay, and make it the light blue. So we've got 3 nice layers here. If you want to rearrange at this point, you're welcome to do so. Now let's start adding in our deer. We've got 2 deer options. Here's the first one. Just click and drag it in. I'm gonna put this one over here. Then I'm gonna just bring the deer in between the hill layers, just like that. Then we'll bring another deer in. All right, now snowflakes. Again, we're just clicking and dragging them in here. You might want to rotate these to make them a little different. Adjust the sizes accordingly. I think our next move is to start clipping these layers to the circle, and this is actually really easy. I'm gonna first bring my palette to the top here and then hide it. I don't really need it at this point anymore. And then we're gonna select all these layers except for the circle. And we can do that by clicking the first layer, holding down Shift, and then clicking the last layer. just like that, and all of the layers will be selected. I'm gonna right click, and we're gonna create a clipping mask, and it should clip all the layers to this one circle here. Perfect, we're already looking fabulous, honestly. Now, we're going to add some drop shadows. We're gonna double click our circle here, and we're gonna create an inner drop shadow here. I'm going to select inner shadow, and then I'm just gonna put it on normal, and then just increase the size here. Okay, we're starting to see it. Up the opacity. And then you're gonna have to play around with these settings until you're happy with it. I'm happy with something like this, so feel free to copy my settings here if you'd like. Once you're happy, press OK. And then the rest of these layers here are gonna be outer drop shadows. So I'm gonna double click the first hill, add a drop shadow. Okay, so you're really gonna have to play around with it, but I'm actually happy with how this looks, so go ahead and copy my settings if you like that as well. And I'm gonna actually make this my default so that I can apply it to the other hills. Press OK. So let's select the next hill, double click, drop shadow, and then I'm gonna click reset to default. And then you can play with things like size and opacity, distance, but I think it's a good place to start, just setting to default. And then go to the next hill, drop shadow, reset to default. Let's go to our deer, double click, drop shadow. And something like that actually looks pretty good. I might just adjust this slightly. Yeah, something like that. I'm going to make this a default. Press OK, and then apply the same effect to the second deer. Reset to default. Cool. Okay, and then we gotta do the snowflakes. Okay, that looks fine. I'm just gonna apply the drop shadows like that. Make them pop. Now as a finishing touch, we might want to add some text here. We're gonna go over to our horizontal type tool. We're gonna click on the screen. And I'm gonna type Happy Holidays. And I've got a nice font, Rostilla, which is a free font that I believe I downloaded on DaFont. If I can find it, I will put it in the description below. Adjust the size here. Once we're happy with the placement, let's double click it. We're gonna go and click inner shadow. And then we're gonna play with the settings. We want it to be a little subtle. Yeah, you know what? I'm happy with that. Feel free to, again, copy these settings. Press OK, and then bada bing, bada boom, we are done, folks. Good job, everybody. I know that it was a longer tutorial than usual, but you know, I think we created something pretty cool. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give this video a like and subscribe to the You Want Pizzazz channel for more videos. I hope you have a fantastic day, folks, and I will see you in the next one. Happy holidays! Bye!